So today, if you don't have someone who is actively engaged with your social media analytics, Facebook's got tremendous analytics. It goes from the very simple to, miles and miles of spreadsheet data. Whatever you want, Facebook has it there for you. If you don't have someone who is competent on that, get connected to someone who can help you understand it. And then the next step would be, once you get one person who understands nuances of social media analytics and what does reach mean, what is the talking about this, or engaged users, or those kind of things that we measure. How can I get that competency from one person out to leadership and out to other parts of our building? Because you think about the Nielsen ratings. We've had those for decades, right? So many people in the newsroom, as well as the GM and the news director and the programming director and the research director and the salespeople, all have a certain level of expertise for Nielsen. So that's really good. That is something that's our currency. We need to know how we're doing in those surveys. We need to develop the same kind of competency on digital analytics as well. So not just social media, but also your website. Do you understand, how your site is growing? Are you connected, not just through someone sending you a report every week, but you should be able to get the numbers yourself. And if I'm a general manager, I want to have dashboards of my digital performance and my social performance, just as I can easily get to Nielsen numbers. That's, again, a measure of our business and how we're doing. And you're trying to hold your staff accountable and encourage them to do their best work. Well, if you don't know the numbers, or if you don't know how to play the game, or what's valuable, or what's the currency in these platforms, then you're not going to be an effective leader in that regard. So again, building a good sense of how the numbers work and understanding how they can relate to value in terms of your investment and the return on that investment at your own market, in your own business, is, I would say, critical, and something you should do on day one, or start doing on day one.
Awesome.
I'll just kind of leave you with this. I mean, social media is a pretty mature business. We've been at it pretty hard in our business now for 7-8 years. Like I mentioned earlier, I mean, it used to be that if a news director walked behind an employee and saw that employee on Facebook 5 or 6, 7 years ago, that a news director would think the employee was goofing off. But now it's such a critical part of our business. And the thing with the mature networks, I mean, Facebook is being challenged because they don't have the explosive growth they used to have, but they're a very mature and apparently very healthy business. Twitter too. Twitter's trying to find its place in the world, but it's not going anywhere. And it, more than Facebook even, has transformed news gathering, as we've seen from world events, from events close at home, in breaking news, those kind of things. Twitter, again, is redefined what it means to understand what real time is, and coverage in real time, and multi-source coverage from professionals and amateurs and eyewitnesses all mixed in together. So think about how far we've come. If you're looking ahead 5 years into the future, which that's what we're all charged with doing as well, you think about, well, I expect Facebook and Twitter to still be here. And if they're still going to be here, I better invest more resources into the things that will help us determine the value of this and help us drive our business goals. And maybe over the next year or two, we'll get some better numbers that kind of point, if we do this well, it might benefit us this well on television. But those may never come that way, just because of the linkage between digital and television isn't strong to begin with. That doesn't mean it's not worth doing. It's absolutely worth doing. Remember, every time you touch a customer that you have in your community by acknowledging a comment on a Facebook thread, or retweeting their idea, someone who's just sitting at home in one of your neighborhoods and says something on Twitter that's really smart, and then the big TV station in town retweets it, I bet they feel pretty good from that. And that's, again, how you win loyalty, and how you build your brand, and how you connect what it is that you stand for and what it is that you're capable of doing in your business with those who you're really trying to reach day by day.